right, there we are live. I'm assuming anyway, close enough. So it's Friday. We're back to our Dungeons and Dragon game, which has taken a decidedly un-Dungeons and Dragon-y type of a turn now that we're playing in the Immortals level. Yeah. So you guys have no idea who you really are. The world around you seems to think that you are a certain set of professors from America, now in Casablanca. You awoke in a train with no memories of who you are or why you got there. Although as you start talking to the various folks aboard the train, you have memories of things. Like you absolutely know the style of suits you're wearing. You can speak many languages, apparently. You know the vernacular, you know the items and customs of the time, but you really just don't know who you are. You have a set of identities on you, including passports and papers, which were taken by the local police. Your visas were taken as well, so you cannot leave Casablanca. And you still don't know who you are. You know who you appear to be, which are the names beneath your own names right now. So let us go down. Dion, who is it that you assume that you are?
I may or may not be Dr. Andrew James Ross, archaeologist. Yeah, maybe. Allegedly.
Allegedly. And Jameis, who might you be?
Hey, I am Dr. William Blight. Bright. Possibly Blight, who knows? At the end of this game, I may blight anything. I am a healer of renown? I don't know. I don't know who I am. I could be renowning all sorts of things.
But what we do know for sure is that you've got a very nice suit.
And I have baggage.
Let's go to Bill. Bill.
I don't know who I am, but I assume that I am Dr. Julian Harris. Okay. I don't know who that is or what that means, but that's who I am. I've got a piece of paper that says so.
Mm-hmm. And Constantine.
Hello. You can call me James Harrison. Is that who I am? I don't know. That doesn't seem.
The paperwork says that's close enough, right?
It's what the ID says. I can get it legally changed later. Who cares?
Okay. Well, you have arrived off the train, where you were immediately taken to the prefect of police's headquarters, where Police Chief Louis Renault gave you the once-over, telling you that with your visas confiscated, you cannot leave Casablanca. You are still people of interest in the deaths of the Nazi soldiers aboard the train. And yeah, you are put up at the Hotel Francois, which you're prepaid for many days. I think it was 10 days that your stay has been prepaid for. You did also get a telegram. I know it was left here for you upon second.
I completely lost that.
Yep. De Vries telling you to meet over at the Cafe American around 8 p.m. tonight. And there we go. I threw up a map there, Jameis, since you had questions about picking up some items, etc. It's a very small map, but there we go. So you have basically the day before it is time to meet with De Vries. So what do you want to do in the meantime? You have no idea who you are. You know who the world at large thinks you are, and your photographs seem to match those in the passports. Looking at yourselves in mirrors doesn't really jog anything. I mean, the bodies that you're in seem familiar. Looking at the face in the mirror, though, it doesn't really bring up anything. One of you, I believe just one of you, had a a strange dream, which can be chalked up to the circumstances. Was that you, Bill?
I think it might have been, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, you're still, you know why you're supposed to be here? There's an expedition that you were sent from America to check into. Everything is supposed to be, all the political and mechanical needs for the expeditions are supposed to have been met, likely by this DeVries fellow, you're assuming, as he's your contact here. But none of it really rings any, like, you know who you're supposed to be, you know why you're supposed to be here, but none of it really jogs any memories. You certainly don't have memories of being American scholars in archaeology.
We've been told that we have a map that's of some archaeological dig, which may be.
You have a map, yes. You do have a
We've
map.
also been told that they're all suspicious of us being political agents of change or something. Like, okay.
Yep. Renault said he had looked at your histories and find that all of you have, in one way or another, participated in anti-fascist activities.
It sounds like something I'd do.
Well, what else am I supposed to do? Be a fucking commie?
Maybe.
Maybe we're all commies.
Could be.
Damn well ain't.
Here, I will throw
I'm a
up.
secret third option. Anarchist.
Oh, they're the best.
The people that work at the hotel, are they like local people?
Yes. Although they are all versed very well in both English and French.
I'm gonna ask them if there's like...
That's the map that you have of the archaeological area.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the hotel staff, like at the front desk, like, is there like a local like soothsayer, fortune teller?
I am sure that there are many people that be willing to read your palm or place the tarot cards in front of you for money in the streets. Because I'm sure.
Yeah, just like...
He seems very hesitant, as in he feels like it's a foolish waste of money. But
I just want to, experience it.
well,
But,
this is a really nice hotel.
mhm.
I mean, here to please. He's like, I could perhaps bring the best that we can find here to the hotel if you'd prefer. It's not safe for moneyed tourists to be wandering the streets.
I would appreciate that. Yes, yes.
Very well. It will take me a small number of hours later this afternoon, perhaps, to your room.
Sure.
Very well. Very well.
That sounds reasonable.
Just so that I may know, what languages are you fluent in? It is quite possible that any of the soothsayers, as you were asking for, may be Arab.
Honestly, I am not sure. Did we study Arabic? Did we?
Well, say something to me in Arabic.
Yeah, do you?
He does. Everybody can make me an intelligence check, please. I'm assuming you're all together at the desk at this point.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. Yes, one. Get those nat ones out of the way.
Apparently, you all speak the native dialect of Arabic in use.
I speak it back and go, yes, I know so many languages, I sometimes forget. Why, earlier today, I almost forgot I could speak French.
Wow.
Oh,
I believe
very
there's
good.
I believe it is literally impossible for me to fail an intelligence check.
So you punch yours up to 25 already?
Yep.
Freaking hell. So the middle was already what?
A 20 always fails, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
21 is fine, but a 20, nope.
Well, you're not going to roll a 21, so you know.
Well, not with that attitude, he's not.
That's right. Yes, apparently you can add speaking the local dialect of Arabic to your set of skills. Oh, amazing. You don't even speak with an accent.
We're good like that.
Is there anything else I can acquire for you? You did not bring much in the way of luggage in. We have some.
Yes.
They've already sent up a tailor, I believe. That's already been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got clothing.
Yeah, there is some medical items I'd like to replenish my supplies with.
Oh, please make me a list, and we will acquire everything that we can for you.
I might need to see the quality of it myself before I pick it up or pick it out.
Well, perhaps we can send a guide with you to one of our stores. Yes. Very.
I say that because I have no freaking clue, but I assume I will know it when I see it.
Yes. Something that cuts, something that stuffs you up with something, something that sews you back together. That's what I need.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
Maybe something to protect ourselves.
He looks a little puzzled, such as a cudgel,
A
a walking
self-defense
staff,
items.
a blade.
Maybe like a good cane.
Well, such things can be had in the markets, and we can send one of our laborers with you if there's any communication issues. It does not sound like you'll have any, though. As for more exotic means of protection, perhaps you should see Ferrari over at the Blue Parrot. He deals in many such things. Firearms, not easily or legally had on the streets of Casablanca.
All right.
Very well. I will get you a guide. Two, perhaps, if you are. I would recommend you staying together, but if you wish to separate, I will acquire two guides for you.
We can go together.
Very good. Here, Alan. Young man comes up, dressed in the colors of a particular hotel. Very well kept. He looks like he's probably not still in his teens. You may address them in either Arabic or French. They all speak both. It's like, he speaks Arabic to you.
Yes.
I am at your disposal, guide masters. Where would you like to stop first? Gambling parlors. We have two very fine restaurants and places that serve strong spirits.
Do I feel hungry?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Would we know things like, oh, yes, we want to go to the bazaar? Would we know that sort of thing? Or was it just we don't even have that kind of native knowledge?
No, he had mentioned the bazaars, the Kazbah section of the areas for procuring things as well.
Yeah. To the bazaars.
Oh, very well. I would recommend, sirs, good kindly, sirs, that if you are overly burdened with the onerous responsibility of having a great deal of wealth, that you not bring it all with you. There are pickpockets and those that would separate you from such gifts very quickly.
What's an acceptable amount?
He kind of looks you up and down. You all have, some of you have astoundingly good suits. Some, still modern, but not as well. No more than $100, and that would be risky. I myself never have more than $1 or $2 upon me.
Oh, we have francs.
Oh, very good. Francs will buy you many things here in Casablanca. Dollars go further. You are American?
Yes.
That sounds right.
On the bill. Yes. What do you hope to find in the markets?
Well, my friend was looking for something in particular. I don't remember the details, but I myself think we need some self-defense items.
If I may be so bold, legal or otherwise?
I would prefer legal, but I don't know. I can't say the same for my friends.
Well, knives, stabs, all can be had in the markets. If you want something, you Americans are famous for always carrying guns upon you. The Blue Parrot, the proprietor there, would be able to have such items for you. A gentleman's agreement, and you could bring the money to him later. No need to carry it on you.
Okay. I don't
Our
mind.
hotel has safe deposits, of course, if you would like to make yourselves less of a target.
I will tag along, but I more than likely won't buy anything myself. How about the rest of you?
I mean, if I see something, I'll get it if I like it. I'll leave 100 of my francs with the hotel staff,
Okay.
and I'll just take 80 francs with me because you said they're less than $1. So
Oh, just dollars will buy you more because it's a more stable currency right now.
mhm,
Yeah, France did just lose a fucking big thing.
mhm.
Oh, very well. They have you put what you would like into the hotel safe. You're given a key as well. Bank manager has the other one. Takes 2 keys to open it. Oh well, where shall we start then? The markets. This way. I think actually at this point you guys had already changed, right? You guys had been tailored into some more appropriate attire.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you want, we can just say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Jameis, where what exactly were you looking for again?
Medical supplies.
Medical supplies. Yes. Boy, if you know where that is.
Medical supplies. Of course. You'll not find an overabundance of things in Casablanca. Our hospitals are to capacity due to war in the region, but common things like bandages, antiseptics, and such. Of course, we can find those.
Mhm.
Malaria medications.
Yep, malaria, we can get you that too.
Mhm. All right, you're taken to the markets. Will everybody roll me a D6, please?
Julian doesn't know why, but he has this yearning for space weed.
Okay, Galen catches it. As you're going down the streets, your guide is showing, steering you away from seedier parts of the markets into the better parts. Also to the parts that you're suspecting are giving him a little bit of a kickback. Galen, I should say, suspects. He's taking you to specific stalls. You also know that there are several young men following through the crowd with that one that you have there. Your guide, occasionally, you catch him flashing some signs to them. You know what the signs are. Oddly enough, they seem to be a form of a thieves' cant. You don't know why you know that. but he's telling them to back off.
You hang around with our halfling friend too much. I know Fizz can't now. Yeah. No doubt there was the cries of backsheesh, backsheesh.
You're going through the markets. You can get basically what amounts to as a field bag, Galen, for a couple, like $5. It's not going to have much in the way of medications. It'll have plenty of stuff for sterilizations, a few things for pain, and malaria drugs are a big thing. A lot of foreigners get malaria out here.
This is more for a character thing of just, I'm a doctor, I should have medical stuff.
It's obviously a used bag that's monogrammed, probably stolen from another doctor.
Well, I stole it from this doctor, so yeah, it goes around.
Yeah. Actually, make me a wisdom check, because it's all about haggling. It's never one price, because of course, the stall keeper says, he's got 2 wives and 50 children to feed, and you're insulting him. All right, I'm going to make a roll 2 here. Well, okay. Yes, he will have to settle for only feeding one wife's children and perhaps his mistress's cravings as well. As you do only part with $5 for the medical bag. Again, nothing exceptional in it. Some good implements, but not much in the way of drugs. Harder to come by. But yes, medical bag acquired. Okay. Anyone else?
I'm looking for a sick pain.
There are many walking sticks that can be had. They have very well crafted ones, some that have hidden daggers in the hilts, some that are just very exceptionally heavy for good thwopping.
I'll take one with a dagger in it.
Okay. And so the handle unscrews and it's like a punch dagger. It goes back in. Okay, so again,
is good quality too, so I can whack him with a staff if I want.
Yes, absolutely. So the haggling, give me a wisdom check, please. Yeah. Or charisma, either one. You can trade him story for story of your hardships.
15 to 18, so succeed.
Okay. Like a couple of bucks or a couple of francs.
Like 5?
No, like 2.
Okay, I give him a third one and say thank you. I've been looking for something like this for a while, in his language.
Oh, okay. He will, in gratitude, he will slip you a thin sharpening stone that you can use with your dagger as well.
Thank you.
Bill, Constantine, either one of you looking for anything in the markets?
Something that I can hide easily.
When you say something, like a weapon or like a midget?
A midget is not very useful. Despite what Game of Thrones says. A weapon would be good. What is it, Mr. Doc? No, not Mr. Dr. Julian. What is it, my good sir?
Oh, I just thought of... for some reason, I have this strange desire for a jeweled dagger.
You can in fact find many jeweled daggers. Don't even roll the intelligence check to know that the jewels are glass and fake, but there are many jeweled daggers. You are effectively been brought to the gift shop area. But they do, in fact, have some very nice steel knives, though, like Damocus steel. Very nice knives, actually. But the ones that are jeweled are obviously fake. So if you want to pick up a couple of thin knives, blades, a couple bucks, we'll get you decent blades.
I'll do that.
For some reason I want a mace, but that's really odd. Actually, I would at some point. I'll talk to you about.
Actually, Galen, that might actually come to mind as you pass a table of someone is selling some ancestral weapons, particular like knives and daggers and weapons from different tribes from the deserts. There's actually some from Pakistan and India, including clubs. There's some Indian clubs that catch your eye, and you pick one up and you fondly, it's like you feel the heft. You take a couple of swings, and it feels very natural to you.
Yeah, clubs will be just as evidently notable as swords or anything, though. It's not like you can hide it as a cane.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Okay, I have two things to ask about. One is definitely going to buy. The other one is browsing, because I will never actually buy it, because I will cut myself. So the first one is, you mentioned stuff being imported from India, so I have to ask, is there a Urali? Am I saying it right?
Make me a not intelligent, luck check just to see high, low, roll a d100.
Okay, because this is I hope you know what I'm talking about, but I won't blame you if you didn't. High. Meh, that's fair enough.
Okay, yeah, and just nothing available.
That's fair
Or what
enough.
you do see is so fake or just not well made that it's not worth looking at.
Yeah, if it's a real one, then I will know. It's very much not used, because you know what a whip is?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, like, 12 of those on one
Yeah.
thing, and it's a sword. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sword whip. Yep.
Yeah, very dumb. I love it.
Not to mention you would have to have exceptional skill to use it and not cut the crap out of yourself.
Yeah, that's why I don't want it. But I was just wondering. Because there's at least one rich guy that will want it.
He's the one with lots of bandages all over him. All right, so the smells of the different food selling stalls are also getting to you. Dion, you'd asked earlier if your character felt hungry. You still don't feel hungry, but you are being enticed by the smell of like the spices that are being used. It's very pleasant, but you're still not really hungry.
What kind of food is out here?
Lots of heavily spiced meats and vegetables, combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
No one really tells you what the meats are.
I asked the kid, like, what do you suggest? I'm open-minded. Something good. What would you get?
He kind of looks around and kind of tells you quietly, I would only eat in the hotels, sir. You're very likely to have intestinal distress if you eat anything from the stalls here. It's heavily spiced for a reason, sir.
I understand. Thank you. I give him 2 francs. Oh
Okay.
no, is that a decent tip?
That's a pretty good tip.
Yeah, 2 francs.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank you,
it.
wise and kind, sir.
Keep
Anything
showing us
else you wanted to
around.
do out here? There is a mix of people that are obviously foreigners from many different countries. Many of them look very like they once fine suits, but they've probably been slept in and worn too long. There are a lot of people here that look like they're stuck, like they're not able to move on and have been here overly long and are running low on coin.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Well, if there's nothing else you wish to buy, he looks around kind of anxiously. You can tell that as you've been here longer, he is getting more and more just hyper vigilant. Perhaps it is good to get back to the hotel before we draw too much attention. You've been spending a lot of money.
I agree.
That is fair. I haven't found anything I want, but that is simply because there is nothing too many.
Well, you'd asked about a concealable weapon. Again, if you wanted to buy a long or short dagger, easily done, just like a sap of some sort that can easily be found.
Ranged.
Ranged, not really. Not really.
Okay.
You haven't really come across any guns, at least in the market area that your guide's taken you to.
I would think. You know, I'll talk.
Okay,
to one of the
I'll give you
tribal
this.
guys
You
later.
see some slings.
Oh no, I was gonna talk to one of the tribal guys because I know the. Do they? I'll look it up later. Never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna take a estimate, but they live in the Sahara. What the fuck are they gonna make a crossbow out of? The fucking sand? I don't know.
He takes you back through the crowd and towards back to the hotel. Let me roll possible encounter. Galen, since you saw it the first time around, you're on the lookout again for the gang of young men, and they do seem to be hanging around, but they seem to be respecting your guides, telling them to just stay back, stay away. And you make it back to the hotel without a problem. By the time you get back, your guide is sweating profusely. He was very vigilant the whole way here, getting you back safely. And he relaxes a little bit as you're back into the hotel. And Mater D comes up to you, your character Dion. It's like, I have procured for you the best reader of cards that we were able to find. Her fee is 20 francs. I have her waiting in the lounge, but I can send her up to your parlor when you're ready to receive her.
Yeah, let's do it.
She does not smell good.
That's fine.
Rude.
Okay. You want to try to invite her up and do your kind of common area in your set of rooms, or you want to go up first? How do you want to do this?
I go to greet her, actually.
Okay.
I approach and greet her in Arabic.
Okay. You were expecting an older lady, but she's not really. She's, probably late 20s, although I've seen a lot. Very, very haggard from living on the streets. One eye is milky. Her left eye is milky. She has hand-me-down clothes, but are well maintained, well stitched up, so nothing, it doesn't look downtrodden at all. She carries a silk bag that she holds very firmly in her lap as you come up. And she's very matter of fact when you come to greet her. She does not give you her name. She merely says, the hotel manager did inform you that my readings are 20 francs. That's not negotiable.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Kind of looks you up and down.
I give her 20.
Okay, you just hand her a 20?
I just pay her up front.
Okay, she takes it. She nods. It's like, do you have somewhere more private? We can do the reading out here if you wish.
Let's go to our room. I think it'd be best. And depending how well this goes, the others might need a reading too.
Very well. Okay. Make me a D6 roll.
D6 3.
Yeah. You go up to your room, open the door, and again, you've got like this center area where you guys have a lounge, basically. You share a central area, then your rooms are off to the different cardinal directions. Take her over to a couch and a small table.
Yeah. Do we have wine? I offer her wine.
Oh, yes, wine. Yes, you do. You have wines and liqueurs up here, as well as a coffee service if you wanted it. She asks if you would like a palm reading, a leaf reading, or a card reading. What would you prefer?
I need maybe a palm reading and maybe a tea reading. I don't know the logistics and what details I could get from them, but I feel lost. I feel like I do not know myself, and I wish to find it.
Oh, very well. Let's do the palm reading first. It is the simplest, and then if more explanation is needed, I have my own herbals.
Thank you.
If you would please wash your hands, I will do so as well. You have water basins you can go and clean up. She sits down and she starts to read your palms. At first, she spins out what you feel. Well, make me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check is the good one. I think. No, it's not. I lowered it. Hey, success.
Low success, but it is a success. She starts telling you that yes, your fortune line is long. You're here for some kind of great expedition or some kind of searching. you'll find riches.
Your audio is
Intelligence
muffled.
check. She's
There it
she's
is.
telling you what you feel is well rehearsed for someone that wants repeat customers. She's peering over your hands while she's doing this, but it feels like it's a well recited. And she's good at cold reading too. Like, she's looking at your clothing as she's doing this. She took a very quick look around your room. It's like, you're a studious man here on a mission.
I gently grasp her hands and look her in the eyes and speak in her tongue. Like, I need you to go deeper than what the tourists want. This is important.
Make me a charisma check.
I'm going to give you a charisma check. That is also a lot lower. Success, high ish.
Okay, so she swallows and she kind of doesn't meet your eyes, and she says, "Yeah, there is more I can tell you that I'm afraid will sound silly and like I'm trying to extort more money out of you, but you have." And she kind of she points at your palm and says, "You have no lifeline, none at all." She shows you on her own hand like a particular line, and you notice on yours it's just not there at all.
I look at the others. Wash your hands.
I don't know if they followed you up or not.
Oh, I don't know.
It sounded like you wanted privacy, so I don't know if they did.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought maybe they might have followed us, but yeah, okay. I'm like, the others might also be lacking theirs if my thoughts are correct.
Oh, well, for 20 francs, we can make sure.
Well, for them later, but let's do a tea reading.
Well, that's not the only thing that I've seen here. As I said, you have no lifeline, which I've never seen before. I can't account for that. But also here, and she kind of points, this is your health. It shows your general health. Also, it's not. She's actually laying her palm down so you can compare, and it's not something you really looked at much before. Or paid much attention to, we'll say. But you don't have a lot of the folds and whirls and loops on your palm that she's kind of pointing out. Like your skin is almost baby smooth.
Interesting. Do I have fingerprints?
You do, yes.
Okay.
And it's oddly enough, you know what that is.
Yeah, I was just visually.
Yeah. It's almost as if you were a newborn. Could that be you're a man of, she looks you over in his 30s?
How dare you? Yes. That hurt, Bert.
She sets about brewing water, and then she pulls out some tea leaves from her silk pouch and puts them in. She just brews 1 cup, and she asks you to drink the tea. She will sip it first, just to show you that she's not trying to poison you. Of course, she could have built up a tolerance. All right.
What's up, Princess?
Drink it down, and then she kind of swishes the little bit of tea that's left, and she starts to look at the tea leaves. And as she does this, her face just kind of drains of color, and she just kind of lulls back onto her chair, almost as if she's falling asleep. And the room just goes dark. You guys are downstairs in the hotel, giving Stoltheim a little privacy with his hired fortune teller. You guess that's what they're doing. Who knows? The electricity in the hotel goes out. There's a few guests that panic a little bit, and then you hear the manager calming down. It's fine. It's fine. The diesel generators will kick on in a moment. Moment passes, and the lights flicker back on. Dion in the room, while everything is dark, the curtains are drawn, everything, not only does everything go black, the room kind of plunges down like 10 degrees, the temperature just drops 10 degrees. And then you hear a voice coming out of the comatose seer that's here.
Mhm.
And it is, you immediately know it as the voice of the lady.
Wait.
You still
What's the
don't know how
what?
you know that, and you still don't know who you are. But the voice of the lady asks you to report. Have you found the cause of the void?
I do not know who I am, what I am, where I am. I do not know the people I'm with, what I am looking for, what we are doing.
She cuts you off as you're doing that. She says, too soon. You might give yourself away. The lights come back on, and the woman kind of, oh, I'm sorry, I don't fall asleep like that. Normally, she looks at the tea leaves. She says, the tea leaves are they make no sense at all. They say that you've lived an incredibly long lifetime, but at the same time, it says that you are a newborn soul. I don't understand this.
You have explained perfectly. Thank you. Your services are no longer needed. Please go rest.
She's very happy to leave your presence quickly. She finishes her wine first, though.
Yeah. I give her one to go. Take the glass. I give her the bottle.
Takes the bottle.
Here.
Runs out. Okay.
Thank you.
Electricity in the hotels come back on. You see the lady that was hired running down the stairs carrying a bottle of wine. Doesn't stop to greet or say anything to anyone. Runs out the door.
What? Huh? Sure.
I don't know, still time. Do you follow her out or come out to meet your companions?
No, but I'm gonna take the dagger.
Yep.
Out of the cane. I'm gonna stare at my hand. I just have this moment of like, I stab my hand with the dagger.
Oh, okay. I tell you what.
And then I pull it out.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, there's blood. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
What is wrong with me? Ah! Ah!
They're screaming from your apartments.
Fuck! I put the dagger away. Fuck! What is wrong with me? I go and I run to the sink and try to like rinse the blood off. Like ah.
What are the rest of you doing? Anyone?
Hold on, am I muted?
Not now. I can hear you.
Oh, no, the one time I believe I'm muted, I'm not. I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting paranoid. So I'm going to look like I'm not paying attention, but I'm going to kind of scan the folks around and see if anyone is taking any particular interest in us.
Roll a d6.
Probably not.
Not particularly. The lobby is full of other people, other outsiders here on vacation, or perhaps stuck here looking to get back to wherever they came from. They have enough wealth to stay in a very nice hotel. Nothing really triggers you.
Okay.
Jameis, what are you doing?
I suppose, hearing screams, I'm going to go up to the apartment and deal with the man baby who can't be bothered, who can't stop himself getting stabbed.
Yes, he's trying to stop the blood flow by running the wound in water.
I may be a doctor, but it's in archaeology. Okay.
I just got these fresh bandages. They want to use them? Some people.
Yeah, sure. Minor wound, you bandage him up.
I don't know why I did it. Do you want to believe what happened with the soothsayer? There was this entity that took over her body. The lights went out when it happened. She said, I just knew that she was the lady. I don't know what that means, but I knew who she was. And she said that it's too soon. And she asked about some mission about a void. I don't know.
Galen, the one drug that you have a lot of in your medical kit is methamphetamine. Widely produced at the time. Well, when he says the lady, go ahead and make me either a wisdom or intelligence check for you.
Wisdom, of course.
Hmm?
Yep, low success.
It means something to you as well. Like it's said with a certain gravitas that you understand, but you still don't know why you know that or what it even means. You know, it's a title of someone that's very important to you.
Maybe she's the dean of the university.
But why would she, but I don't know.
Maybe you beat down the sun a bit too much.
Maybe I should have worn a hat.
Get yourself a lovely hat, sir.
Okay, Constantine, what are you doing? Galen went up to the room.
I guess I'll go up into the room because I ain't got much to do out here besides wait
Roll me a
until
d6
night.
when you come up to the room. Roll me a d6.
Okay, I'll just roll a d6.
Okay.
Nothing
Yeah. Stoltheim is being treated for a hand wound.
You see blood all over. The bathroom was white.
It's all washed in crimson now.
Can I look at his hand wound?
It's mostly bandaged up now. Galen's got the blood stopped and got it all bandaged up. Self-inflicted.
That's not better. I'm gonna... If I have any gloves, I'll put it on.
Yeah, you probably have some suit gloves. Sure. So you're the only one left downstairs, Bill.
Oh,
Make me
Everybody-
another d6.
all right.
Everything continues on around you. The lights going out apparently is not that much out of routine.
I
The
get
folks that
bored.
look like they've been here for a while just continue on reading their papers.
I'll get bored and go see if I can find my companions.
Go upstairs to your suite of rooms. Roll me a d6.
Someone's going to get this, damn it.
Nope.
I bet Richard would have got it.
Oh man.
Okay. You spent about half the day going shopping and this little trip with your soothsayer. A few hours before nightfall. The rest of your clothing has been tailor-made and brought up to your room, so you've got evening wear as well.
I tell the others about my awesome soothsayer story and how I'm gonna go to every fortune teller forever from now on.
I look at Dion with the look of disappointment. You've probably been scammed, but I am not the one to tell you that. That is not my problem.
Wait. Let me see all of your hands. You should be missing a line that should go right here that I don't have either. Everybody apparently has lots of lines, and I only have a couple. What about you guys? I start looking at people's hands.
Their hands are like yours.
When I held my
mostly-
hand up, it was the
yeah.
bandage.
Wait,
one,
I
by
have
the way.
fingerprints?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to remove those later.
All of you are missing the lines that he's talking about, but I mean, what does that mean, really? Some palm reader told him that he was missing these lines.
What fucking lines is that? It's just some
A
lines in your
lifeline.
hand. The fuck you talking about? We're white people. There's tons of white lines, sir. Our whole hand is white.
But there's less lines on our hand than other people's hands.
Yeah, of course there is. We're working men. It's all smoothed out.
It's smooth, but she
Or
said if my hands were
academic
like a
men
baby.
and who have never.
She
I'm
said my
not an
hands were like a
epidemic.
baby.
Knowing me, I say this silently. Knowing me, I probably stole this. Anyway,
Yes, but you don't know you.
But I know a little bit about myself, and I not any further than where I started. So
I guess so.
So what now? Head over to Rick's Cafe, or anything you want to do beforehand? You can visit the Parrot if you want to pick up some firearms first.
When we had the guns before, did they feel like familiar to us, like we knew how to use them? Or
Yes.
Was it like,
No,
Okay.
very much so. Yeah.
okay. I suppose, yeah, we should probably go get armed in some shape or form.
yeah.
So you want to go to the Blue Parrot first.
As well.
Okay. This is kind of a rough bar. The clientele here seems to be more down on their luck, if you will. Much rougher clientele than you saw in the hotel. And give me just a second here. Let me get to the section. It is early in the evening, very early in the evening. It's not quite dark yet. Okay. It's done in a kind of a native Moroccan atmosphere. People are sipping drinks and smoking out of hookahs. There's a parrot that roosts in the corner, squawking as each customer strolls in. There's a very large fat man wearing Arab garments and a red fez that's sitting along the near wall. There is also another very large man counting money on a large empty table, who occasionally swats flies away.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
When the parrot squawks at us, do I understand it?
Fair question.
What sphere did you take?
The
Mine.
magic
Same as me.
one?
No, you took time. You took Parrot.
Did I? Oh.
Yep. And no, his magic.
I took, time.
Okay. Yeah. No, it just squawks at you.
Okay. Just checking. If I was
Everything
Dr.
just kind of
Dolittle.
stops as you all walk in. Everyone stares for a good solid 30 seconds before they go back to doing what they're doing. The room is just heavy with, the hookah smoke, which is more than just pipe tobacco in the air.
Ooh, I want to try it. That looks fun.
Yeah. So what do you guys do?
I have the urge to make someone shit themselves. I don't know why, but
I know why, because that's what I made you do. I gave you that power. You're known as the shit man in my campaign.
what is this campaign you speak of?
Oh my!
All right. People go back to their business after giving you a very hard stare. You're all, of course, wearing newly tailored clothing. Obviously, not from here.
Aura might kick in again somewhat subconsciously to make them go, yeah, you respect us.
All right, what do you guys do? No one has offered you a drink. No one's asked you to sit down. Not much in the way of customer service, for sure.
I head to the bar.
Okay. He just stares at you.
I speak in Arab, Moroccan, or
He
no,
hasn't
it's not
spoken
like.
to you yet, so you're welcome to speak
Yeah.
in whatever you've been told you can speak.
I'll try Arabic. I'll be like, "Good evening. I was wondering how we could procure audience with what was his name? Out of character.
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
He stares at you, and then he points to the equally fat man in the corner wearing the suit and the fez.
Is that him?
He just stares at you.
Oh, okay, thank you. And I go to the awkwardly walk over there.
As you approach the large man, he kind of stands up and extends his hands. He speaks very quietly. Yeah, good evening. Welcome to my humble establishment. You are no doubt the Americans from the train, The ones who killed the soldiers?
Allegedly?
Do not be surprised. News travels very quickly in Casablanca. That may be of service to you. He swats a fly that lands on his shoulder.
Well, we were looking for firearms protection of sorts. We
But
were
of course,
told
you were Americans.
best.
I'm sure
Yes.
you feel naked without a firearm. I have several. Yes.
Also, I want to try one of those things. I pointed the hookahs.
Hookah. Just pick a table. You and your friends will bring out a fully packed hookah for you.
I appreciate it. Thank
What
you.
kind of gun are you looking for? Stopping power, concealability, something that will hide in the lines of your suit.
I want a Red Ryder BB gun. No. I want. I don't know gun words.
Check back into your ears.
I assume we're with them, so just concealability
Yeah.
is what I'm after.
Considerability is what you said?
Concealability.
Concealability. Well, what was the one the German guy had? A 45?
That's not really concealable.
It's not concealable? I don't know how guns work.
To the degree, no.
35 is a smaller number. Is that, or 38? We had a 38.
38 is what the officers were killed with.
No, they were killed with a 45.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
38's what we had, except for Dainty Constantine over there, who had
Yes.
a lady's gun. Wasn't a Derringer, but something close to it.
Yeah. Something concealable.
Certainly, we've got some police 38s. How many would you need?
Four?
On each.
Something concealable. Small. It doesn't need to. It can kill as long as it's able to kill, but mostly.
Any gun can kill if the shooter has good aim.
Long as it does the job and is concealable, then I'm happy.
Well, I seem to have a plethora of 38s currently. I can sell them to you for 100 francs apiece.
I'll have to go get money from the hotel, but I can do that.
I'll take your word as a gentleman. It is a bargain then.
I'll shake his hand.
400
Firmly but
francs.
respectfully.
And full chambers of ammunition, a bit to spare. Yes. I understand you are also here for an expedition. If you find yourselves in need of a jeep supplies, I am the person to speak to.
That might be good once we're able to leave the city.
Oh, very good. Come back and see Ferrari. I'll set you up for everything you need for an expedition of some several days.
Perfect. Right.
We're open till dawn. I'll have your guns ready in a few hours.
Point.
He goes and steals them from the police precinct. They're actually our guns. He just stole them.
We did see Hay recently came upon a plethora.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, on, this has got WP on the initials on the can.
Okay. You've made a deal. Now keep in mind that I don't think none of you had more than 200 francs on them. So
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
that was a bit expensive, but he just agreed without haggling, so kind of stuck there.
Oops.
Yeah, it's a pity we don't know that we're bloody immortals, because that'd be so much easier to deal with.
I smoke hookah.
okay, yeah, you go and sit at a table. They bring out a hookah for all of you to share, enough nozzles for everyone, and they pack it with a special blue parrot blend,
Ooh.
finest tobaccos and enhancements.
Enhancements. Tell me more.
Make sure they ask you if what is your end destination? Do you wish to be mellow or do you wish to be sharp?
I wish to be in space.
Oh, well, that's the purple parrot special.
Could I get the purple parrot special? They were my favorite in Legends of the Hidden Temple, even though they never won.
Mhm. All right. Well, if anyone enjoys the hookah, go ahead and give me Constitution checks. Anyone that does partake.
Radnar, do space weed with me. I'm giving you what you want.
Yeah.
Success. 1. I'm on a roll.
Why are you bothering with points of constitution? You don't need that stat for being a time entity. Fail. Complete failure.
Okay. Do I have to roll a Constitution save as well? Since
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
participating?
Yep.
Even if I had your stat, that would have been a fail. So that was always going to fail.
Aha!
If you succeed, yeah, you feel good. You feel energized and relaxed at the same time. You feel a little bit of mind expansion. Your details are much sharper. Colors seem to be sharper. It's a little rough on the lungs, but you feel pretty good. Who failed? That was Galen. Galen, you black out for a moment, and you see yourself in a completely different form. One might say elven, as you are standing in a void, a star field behind you, and there's just kind of this whirlpool or vortex where there's no stars and no light. But you can feel that there's almost a sentience to it that's reaching out to you. Behind you, there's a presence who, again, instinctively you know it's this person, the lady.
The lady!
And it's almost the same dream that Radnar had, and she again says that it's coming for us. And then you kind of come back, and you're in the same state they are. All of you are. Anything perception based will be at a little higher, but reaction time is much slower while you're under the effects of this. And you spend an hour. You spend an hour in the Blue Parrot as Ferrari goes to procure your firearms. You're nearing on the time to meet DeVries at the Cafe American.
Yeah. Is that Rick's Cafe on the map?
Yes.
So is it safe to assume it's Amer, Rick, Ann as a cafe, or
This is the Cafe American, yeah.
Oh, it's Rick with a K.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Since we're doing illegal things, and I must ask, since it's called, I'm pretty sure it's called this around here. Now, this is an old school statement, so I'm pretty sure. Oh, Dr. Julian Harris is not here. Well, that's fine. The other ones, the other mine. Well, I don't know how old Dion is. 27, 28. I don't know.
You flatter me. It's fine. Continue.
So, do they have hash?
Oh yeah, there's hashish. It's on the menu.
Yes. I had to ask, since I know hash is something. It's an older name, but it's a
beautiful.
name that's appropriate.
No, it's on the menu of what you would like your hookah loaded with.
Good. Good.
You have a
It's the
feeling
good
that
shit.
it's probably one of the ingredients in the purple parrot that you just smoked.
Yeah.
Good. 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 That shit's nice. Do I need to roll a con check for it?
If you partook, please do.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's fucking fail this shit.
Oh, I suspect.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you get there, you feel good, but no other effects.
That's fair enough.
You can't fail every check. Sorry.
That's fine.
So everybody's loaded up by the time you are to go and meet DeVries.
I feel good.
I'm sure there won't have any consequences whatsoever.
No.
Absolutely none. All right, so you move from one cafe to another. This one is very different atmosphere. Still have heavy cigarette smoke fills the air in this one. It's stirred slowly by large ceiling fans. The walls are all white stucco with huge planted palm trees in the corners. But the room is by no means bright. The only table lamps are the only illumination in here. So they're like little pinpoints of light out in all the tables. That's pretty much it. As you come in, the band is just taking a break. And there's just one pianist who continues to play a little bit of music in the background.
The black guy.
There is a strikingly beautiful blonde woman sitting next to him. And suddenly he starts playing a song.
You must remember this.
Yes.
A kiss is just a kiss.
You are greeted as you come in by the bartender, who has one of those handlebar mustaches. He's in his 20s. He comes up, he sticks his hand out and says, "Hello, I'm Carl. Oh, more Americans. Glad to have you in. Come on, take a seat."
Yes, thank you.
Oh, what can I get for you tonight?
We are here to see somebody. What's his name? Derek? Diedrich?
DeVries. And just as he
DeVries.
says that, there's a small frame man just entering the room. He's wearing a very smart business suit, very clean, very impeccable hair combed back and greased perfectly. He comes in, he waves at Carl, and he says, merci, Carl. And he heads towards your table. Good evening. I'm Paul DeVries from the Ministry of Cultural Affairs. Please accept my apologies for not meeting you at the train. I trust your journey to Casablanca was a pleasant one. And he takes a seat and he says, Carl, my usual.
No. We were framed for murder.
Oh, Carl, beers for everyone.
I could definitely take a good beer. Well, that'll work. It's fine.
An unfortunate problem with the police. Yes, some news had already spread amongst Casablanca about this. I didn't know it was, you professors were caught up in this.
Yes, yeah. So we can't leave town.
Well, many are here in Casablanca, unable to leave. It's really just a matter of how much money you have. And exit visas can be had in Lisbon. Getting from here to Lisbon, just a matter of a little bit of baksheesh, a little bit of currency passing between hands. A gentleman at the Blue Parrot, I'm sure, could arrange such things. He seems to have the lockdown on the criminal enterprises in the city. But you are here for an archaeological dig, I understand. And he kind of leans forward after some beers have been passed around. You hear in this club, most everyone is speaking English. There is a lot of Europeans, some Americans in here as well. Everyone is speaking English. As is your host, DeVries here, although he is French. I can't do the accent, but definitely has a French accent. He leans forward. There is a small ring on his pinky finger, which he discreetly opens the top of it, and it conceals a compartment that has a symbol. It is, basically a cross with a second bar beneath it. All of you recognize it immediately as being the symbol for the French resistance movement. You don't know how you recognize that, but you do. And he closes it very quickly. And he says, "Would you be willing to help the resistance in a small matter as you go about your expedition?"
Go on.
He looks to each of you.
It all depends on what type of resistance we're doing. But it's
Well,
What's in it for us?
he
besides
seems
killing Nazis.
a little taken aback. Oh, it seems I was ill-informed of your sympathies. I thought you were all sympathetic to the French cause to rid our country of the Nazis.
Two
Perhaps I
things.
was wrong.
Do I
Two
feel like
things.
I'm sympathetic to the French cause?
No, you don't. Your paperwork said you were sympathetic to other such causes.
Two things. First and foremost, I will take every opportunity to kill Nazis. I'm more than willing to do so. But second thing, do not expect me to respect France as a country. I'm sorry. I love the people. I don't like the previous government. They could have done so much not to fucking...
Please. Lower, please. We're not
Sorry.
exactly safe, even here in this cafe.
My
What is it
apologies.
you need done, sir?
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you have such sympathies. Well, it is within my ministry's sphere to either allow or disallow your archaeological explorations. If you were willing to help our cause, we could, of course, speed along the appropriate paperwork, which I have here. He taps in my in his pocket.
You have passed the test. I was testing you to see where your sympathies lie.
Make me a charisma check.
All right. I've got a good chance at this. If I can find the cursor. There it is. Charisma check.
Show us that Riz.
Shut the fuck up! Fucking... No!
Does not have the Riz.
I see
Shut
you
the
have
fuck.
been partaking of Mr. Ferrari's special smoke this evening. Well, I will let that slide. Yes, look, very, very frankly here, I'm in the position to either accept your dig, and I can sign off it here at the table now, or I can deny it. I was hoping that you would be more sympathetic to the cause, and I'm not asking you to do anything directly against the Nazis that are here. Simply this: look, he waits until more beer's brought out. The beer's really good. It is unfortunate for all of us that you are the spotlight because of that train incident. The Nazis have learned of your archaeological mission. Of course, they think you're trying to find the treasure for the resistance, so they intend to get their hands on the loot first. Personally, I doubt the treasure exists, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is keeping the Nazis from tailing your every move. Now, only you have a copy of the map, so only you know exactly where the Great Cave lies. If you guard the map well, the location is safe, but be careful. The resistance believes the Nazis have brought in an assassin going by the code name of the Sandman, who intends to kill you and obtain the map. But to my matter, to get the actual clearance from the ministry. Several days ago, some local Arabs were transporting a case of documents to Casablanca for the resistance. The documents contain valuable information about Nazi intelligence. Unfortunately, the Gestapo ambushed our Arab friends in the desert southwest of Casablanca. It is not far from the famous Tower of Allah, which I believe is the first of many road maps on your map. Now, the Arabs fought back bravely, but they were overwhelmed by the Gestapo forces. The Nazis did not recover the papers, however. We believe the Arabs hid the documents on the sea cliff near the Tower of Allah. What I ask for you is this. You're going to be looking for the Great Caves as part of your official business in Casablanca. Should you happen to find these valuable documents, well, all the enemies of the Reich should be in your debt.
Sounds simple enough. Would you say we're there?
Well,
As I understand it, it is in the first leg of your journey that you'll be passing by the area in question.
How do we get it to you if we did happen to get this? Because if we're going to be out expeditioning...
It is not of necessity a time limit. I understand that your expedition is but for a few days. That should be fine. It's mostly making sure that it's kept out of the hands of the Nazis. Better to be destroyed, better that we recover the information. It's not possible destruction.
Right. Don't worry, we Americans in the university know what it's like to make sure that your fellow academicians don't get hold of your notes.
Yes, publish or perish, as they say. So we are in accord. You will do the small favor for the ministry, and this paperwork, as he pulls it out of his breast pocket, will be signed now.
Seems easy enough.
These are your official documents. They should get you through any checkpoints and allow you to do your research upon our lands. You'll find that you have a 10-day window in which to do your operations. I don't believe that anything has been set forward. There's a small stipend for expedition gear, but I do not believe it is sufficient enough for what you may need. Likely a jeep, some campwear, and of course, equipment.
Senior Ferrari has informed us he might be able to help on that front, but is that a good idea?
Mr. Ferrari is driven entirely by capital. Anything you wish to acquire, he would be generously able to acquire it for you for a price. Unfortunately, he is, as they say, the only game in town. If you find yourself low on funds, I suggest you try your hand at gambling here. Mr. Blaine, the proprietor of this establishment, has some sympathies for our resistance and may be willing to help you in such regards.
I am more wondering that if he hears tell of what you're asking us to do, he may request that information for himself as collateral.
I had not thought of that. He is very mercenary. I would suggest you not speak of these documents to Mr. Ferrari.
He may already know. There's the point in ask us about them. Rather than us bring it up, he may already be aware of it. If he is, as you say, has his finger on the pulse of the city.
I will leave that up to you.
All right.
He is not a sympathizer of the resistance or of the Nazis. Again, a man completely motivated by profit.
So if for some reason, if he did get it, it would probably be whoever gives him the most money to get it from them.
Yeah, good for us that the Nazis rarely spend money on information. They merely beat it out of you.
You can sort of see the southern flash of in Galen's eyes. I'm going to beat them out of the Nazis. You want to beat it out? I will beat you out.
Well, paperwork signed. He leaves all of the information and credentials you need on the table. He finishes his beer. He's on his way. The band comes back onto stage and starts playing some of the best hits of the era. Lots of swing and jazz.
All right. Well, are they just gonna... How do we get out of the city? Are they gonna let us out?
I think it was more that he didn't want us to leave the general area of the town
Okay.
without.
The dig is
Okay.
still within Casablanca. You're not leaving
Yeah.
Casablanca
Got
to do the
it.
dig.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so we can. If we wanted to leave on the train, that would be a separate matter. Or if we could, just take the jeep and go off to Name City. That's far away. If we wanted to get away with it, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we'd be leaving behind with our peoples and stuff.
Yep.
I don't know the geography of Africa.
Complicated.
Anyone looking through the paperwork?
Yeah, I'll look through it.
Okay. The thing that comes up because he'd mentioned that there was a small stipend for your expedition. The cultural ministry has included a stipend for $500 for anything that you might need for the expedition. Considering your handguns are $100 a piece, you don't think that's going to go awfully far.
100 francs. Well, did he say $100 or 100 francs?
Oh, 500 francs. It's francs, actually. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I was wondering if
The dollars would go further.
If the fat man was asking for dollars, we might be in trouble.
Nope, francs.
Yeah. If you've ever seen the movie Overdrawn with the Memory Bank, which is on MST3K, that's a take on the movie in which I can't remember the guy's name plays Rick, and there's the Ferrari is just called the Fat Man. He's the guy in charge of the corporation. So I'm half thinking of Casablanca, I'm half thinking of Overdrawn the Memory Bank.
Okay, so you're left at the table. Carl keeps you loaded up on beer. He says, De Vries has paid for your alcohol for the evening, gentlemen. If I were you, I would take advantage of of Francis Lagresse.
Yes, that I will take that.
He keeps the beer flowing. Just so you can, they don't have a lot in the way of liquors here, but they have many beers, coffee. They don't have they don't have like the hookahs, but they do have cigarettes from all over the world, including America, which seems to be the big thing that's being sold here is American cigarettes.
Cuban cigars.
The Cuban cigars, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I know it's a little early, but do I have my favorites, the asbestos filters cigars?
I don't think so, not yet. And I think a lot largely what you have at this period are like French silk cuts. You've got biddies from Iraq. You've got Luckies is what the Americans are smoking. Lucky Strikes. The filterless cigarettes.
Well, can I have the ones from England? I'm not going to say the name because they have very unfortunate names.
Yes, absolutely. You get your pack of dried sticks and
thank you. I'm not saying that live on Twitch.
Good, thank you.
Or YouTube.
No.
Yeah, that seems to be the thing that it seems everybody dabbles a little bit in the black market because a lot of this stuff shouldn't be legally for sale in Casablanca, but it is.
Money silences all.
Yep, as long as the right people get their kickbacks. Right, so you have you've got a 500 franc voucher. You have no idea what it's going to cost to hire a car. Probably you'll need a guide. You'll certainly need some equipment.
I bet Ferrari can help.
Yeah. I'm just thinking he may also want some sort of consideration.
Yeah.
Along with money. Or we can look at. We'll go have a look at what the gambling is like. Is it cards or is it?
It's roulette and cards. Yeah.
That was gambling come under decks.
Would it come under Dex or Wisdom? I want to count cards.
Yeah, you guys want to go and do some gambling?
Let's try. Why not?
We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go.
It's a large, crowded room, primarily filled with Europeans. The obvious action is the roulette table, where small fortunes and chips lie wagered. They have a very firm no spectators allowed. If you wish to play, you must buy chips and belly up to a table. It seems that the roulette table is the favored attraction as the payout is better.
Look, if the house isn't winning, then the payout ain't going to be doing. The house
I'm
better
gonna
be
try
winning.
I'm gonna try it. I will slap down 20 francs.
Okay.
for
Yeah,
chips.
you get 20 francs worth of chips. You play, you lose some, you win some. After, about an hour, you're more losing than winning. Is anyone else betting?
Well, I was gonna say, is there a way for me to can I try to will the thing to win? Like I wish really, really hard. Like come on. Or
Make me a wisdom check.
yes. Come on, baby. Let's do this. Good. 16 to 18.
Okay.
Nice.
You start winning a little more than losing, but you're still not making a ton of money. You seem to be influencing luck a little bit in your favor. It's just a little bit. Is anyone else wagering while they're at the tables? You have to be at the table. No spectators.
Yeah, what I want to do, and I don't know, if it's not possible, fine. I want to sort of get a drink and sit and sort of be behind the dealer, or the spinner, and just sort of keep an eye on what he's doing, because I just want to see if there's any sign that he's cheating.
Yeah. Okay. So they don't countenance that either. Again, so I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, sir. No spectators allowed. If you wish to stay in the room, please buy some chips.
Well. So that he can gamble his way.
Okay. Is anyone else staying at the table, or is it just Dion's character? Sounds like it's just Dion's character. After a bit of winning and losing, Dion, you're ahead, but you haven't really made much more money. Out of your $20, you're probably at like 50 now. I mean, it's nice, but nowhere near the kind of money that you need for all the provisions that you've got to buy. But after this goes on for like a good 40 minutes or so, a very well-kept man in a medium build enters into the room. He seems to be the boss of the establishment as he walks right up to the person running the tables. He's wearing this very fine white dinner jacket, black bow tie, very dark, brooding expression. He gives kind of a half smile to you and everyone else at the table. He walks over to the person running the table who says, "Evening, boss." And the new man just walked in, looks directly at your character, Dion, just kind of catches you with these, very soulful eyes. He inhales a last drag on a cigarette, and he says, "Have you tried number 21 tonight?"
No.
He glances down at the person who's running the table, and he says, "I said 21.
I'll put some money down on 21. I'll put 30 of the francs that I have.
Okay. Wheel goes round, and the dot starts on 21.
Ooh.
The dealer at the table says, "21's the winner!" Barks the croupier. He shoves a large pile of coins forward. Before you can take it, the man looks at you as he's lighting up another cigarette. He tells you, "Let it ride."
I let it ride.
Against the laws of probability, 21 comes up again.
Yep.
And he puts out a cigarette, stomps it on the ground, and takes a very hard look at you, Gian. He says, "Remember, you're just lucky. Now cash in your chips and don't come back again. I don't stick my neck out for anybody."
I offer him a Cuban cigar and I leave.
I think Rick just sticks to cigarettes.
How much did I win?
You just turned $20 into several thousand.
What?
Yeah.
Like how many thousand?
3,000.
3,000? Okay, I have 3,055 francs now.
Ooh.
And 1 Cuban less. Well, what are the rest of you guys doing as your professor buddy trying his luck at the roulette table?
He's not a professor. He's just a doctor.
Doctor.
I just hurry past y'all with my arms full of money. We're leaving.
Yeah.
I would have just been on the lookout. And if we're going to go back to the hotel with that kind of money, and I'm going to be very much on the lookout. I did well. You don't kind of flash that around.
I'm just going immediately to see what's his face at the Blue Parrot.
Ferrari. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're given your winnings in American dollars. So the
Oh.
stack isn't quite as thick. Easier to hide on your person.
Even so.
How much is it, if I may ask?
3,000 US dollars in 1940.
So you get back to the Blue Parrot. Ferrari waves you over. He's still swatting at flies. It says, I have your armaments and some ammunition. I have a box of ammunition to go with it. Do you have the cash?
Oh,
Also, I made inquiries for a 10-day trip. You'll need a Jeep, petrol, water, camp gear. $2,000. I can procure all of that for you.
2,000 francs?
Yes.
How much is that in US?
No, US dollars?
Yeah.
1,500.
Is he lying to me?
Make me a wisdom check.
15 to 18.
He probably could do better on the price.
I just look at him and I go, I have the cash up front, and I open my jacket and like
I'm looking around nervously. We're about to get attacked.
People are taking
no, I'm not
great
making
deal
it
of
a
interest.
show. I'm like, to him, I just kind of like open it up a bit and like want to buy
No,
a lot.
anyone
Yeah.
talking to Ferrari, people take an interest in. So everyone's very interested at the table. He looks at you. He looks at the cash that you flashed there. He says, if I understand things correctly, your visas were taken from you when you disembarked the train.
Hmm.
I have a proposal.
Hmm.
2,000 American dollars, and I will secure your visas for exit as well as all of your camp goods.
We also need a guide.
A guide. 2,200.
Give him 2,200 total. Yeah.
Galen, a lot of people watch that transfer of a stack.
I tried to give off the aura of terror.
No, to be fair, they do also see Ferrari giving Keon's character 4 handguns and loading a bullet into each one as he hands them over.
I also give him 300 extra, and I go, in good faith that we don't have trouble from anyone after this. Eyes.
I will make sure you make it safely to your hotel tonight. I make no guarantees for the morning.
Care to share a drink?
Of course. I only
Bring
drink,
out the purple parrot!
I only drink brandy. I'll put it on your tab.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yes, you'll have a Jeep fueled with some extra jerry cans of fuel, some cans of water, all the equipment you should need. It should do you for 10 days, which is more than the amount of time that you need. So there's a little bit of buffer there. You will also have a guide ready for you as well. Not first light, because, let's enjoy the evening. You bought this expensive bottle of brandy that you're sharing, so yes. And yes, Jameis, they are in fact the guns that were taken from you on the train.
We trade until we get our correct initials.
I feel like I should have a cat called Dragon with me for some reason.
True to his words, you have some more smoke and you have a good evening of drink from a very expensive bottle of brandy. He makes sure that you make it safely back to your hotel. He sends 2 of his thugs with you. Keep everyone else off. So you made it back to your hotel. It is late in the evening by the time you come back. There is only one person at the desk. You do see that they do have security, though. There's a couple of really, thick men just hanging out in the lobby as well that give you a bow as you come through. When you get up to your rooms again, everybody give me a D6 roll.
4.
I never gave you one in the first place. 4.
We're
So it doesn't
gonna
matter.
die.
Yep.
Come on, Constantine. D6.
Sorry, 1 second. My apologies. Someone sent me something.
Yeah.
Nope. You all fall asleep. Combination of alcohol and drugs, and you are all knocked out. Everybody, please make me Constitution checks.
Whatever you're trying to get us to do, but we refuse to do it. Our roles are such that we refuse to do it. Fail.
Success. High success.
Okay, Galen, you have a dream. This time you are sitting in a council of many varied people. They all seem to be very. They have almost like a nimbus of power around them, as do you. You are discussing this blackness, this void that has suddenly come upon your realm. It is an intrusion from somewhere else. No one knows where it came from or who is trying to pierce through into your realms. They cannot dispel it. They cannot close it, despite all the power they've brought to bear. So they instead want to investigate. Galen, you see your friends here as well. You all volunteer, as does a 5th person from the sphere of entropy, who will be joining you as well, because each of the powers is sending a scion to investigate.
You're breaking up a bit. What was that about entropy?
The 5th. There is a 5th person in your group from the sphere of entropy, which none of you are too pleased to have amongst you, but it is considered that each of the powers needs someone invested in this.
We're missing one because we've got 2 from time, and we're missing one anyway. We're missing one from material.
Oh, that's true. So it will be from each of the planes that you guys are missing. So there's probably 4, 5, 6. There's at least 6 of you there. Then we'll say.
Radno and I
The
are
surprise is
sharing
the sphere of entropy, who typically does not interact well with the other powers, but in this case, even they are being threatened by whatever this is.
Nazis.
I thought it was entropy was the one doing it, but they're not. Well, shit.
They were actually the first ones to discover it because it felt closer to their realms of power than anything else, but isn't. It is an intrusion. It is an other planar intrusion. So all of you are being sent through this vortex, this sphere, this vortex of nothing to investigate, to find what you can. And then you wake. Your last memories are being shunted down through this field of black. And then that's when you wake up on a train. So it's a strange dream, Galen. And Galen is, so your name, you can remember your name. You start to remember bits of your life, but you still don't understand exactly how you end up in a train, nor do you understand how you know what a train is. But it could just have been a dream. Could have been nothing more than a dream.
Damn purple parrot juice.
Yep. Not too early in the morning, the maitre d' comes up and tells you that your Jeep and a man is waiting for you downstairs for some reason.
Some reason,
Mm-hmm.
All right. I look around. Are we all ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. You go downstairs, and there's a young man, probably late 20s. The Jeep is filled with supplies, food, water, tents, flashlights. You guys are looking through just to see what you have to deal with. There is some first aid equipment, extra gasoline, miscellaneous gears, plus a little special extra for Mr. Ferrari. He opens up a long kind of box that's at the very bottom of the Jeep, and almost a cavity. You might even call it a smuggler's hold. And there are 4 rifles, well kept, well oiled, cartridge ammunition with several boxes of ammo.
It's a pity I don't use long range weapons.
Yep. Yeah, you're going through the inventory. It seems well equipped. Actually, I don't need an intelligence roll because Dr. Julian Harris would likely not fail it. It is more than enough for a 10-day expedition. The armaments may tell you that things might get a little rough. Not sure exactly why Mr. Ferrari would include them, but there they are.
Better safe than sorry.
Yep. So the late 20s man introduces yourself with a deep bow. I'm your humble servant. You may call me Ahmed. I will take you where you wish to go. We have ample provisions to spend up to, 3 whole days in the desert, not including our travel times, if need be.
By the way, Bert, I'm going to assume that Ahmed will be putting everything back to Ferrari.
Okay. Anything you want to do before you head out into the desert?
The only thing I can think of is just restocking medical supplies because we're going to be away from civilization, so if something happens.
Okay. From the map that you have, the ancient map, and looking at current maps of Casablanca, you figure it's about a 5-hour drive to the first landmark on your map, which is the Tower of Allah.
Allah.
Mm-hmm. And which is also the area where the documents are possibly hidden.
And there's a big cross there on the map, which is not at all suspicious.
Yep. Not in the least.
That's where we gotta go on the map that I copied into my jacket, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Looks like we're going there.
You all load up for a long drive. Ahmed entertains you with stories that are obviously adapted from the Arabian Nights. You also know this strangely. How he once had a genie, a magic lamp, and a flying carpet. I mean, it's not on our route, but if you would like to see these magical things, we can take a small side trip for just a small amount of money.
This is why we need Scrimbleshanks here to tell stories.
Okay. So this next part will be starting Act 3. So this seems like we got about 10 minutes. So this seems like a good place to stop it for the night. So you guys are well on your trip now. Actually, as you drive off, one more time, everybody roll me a D6 roll.
All right.
We refuse to make this, Bert.
That's okay.
Oh, damn it. I made it.
Yay! You did it.
Nope.
Yep. Only Galen notices. You picked up a tail, and it's only noticeable to you. It's not like there isn't traffic, right? There are cars, there are jeeps heading out to the desert just like you are. It's not unusual. What is unusual is a car that's several car lengths behind you. 2 men that you have repeatedly seen in the hotel. Yep. So we're in there as Galen notices that you have a possible tail behind you. 2 men following. Yep. So there we go.
Well, their bodies will be. Plenty of people get lost in the Sahara, right?
Yeah. Galen, do you share anything about your dream? Because I don't even think that Bill shared his dream with anyone.
No, I still don't know what to make of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we'll say I bring it up. Oh, it's a weird drug-induced dream last night. It seemed really real about something weird about powers and entropy and spheres and void in there. Ooh, void.
Okay.
That's his
I would like each of you
The
to make me a
void.
wisdom or an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Dion, start with you and just tell me if you pass or not.
I pass.
When he relays this, and do you include the name that you remember you were called by, Jameis?
Oh yeah, I'm Galen. I'm always Galen.
Okay. The name Stoltheim comes to mind, Dion. Like you start remembering bits and pieces of your mortal life, which is not in this century, but yet somehow you have knowledge of the technology, a little bit of the history of this era, and you certainly speak the language. You don't know why, but you're definitely not this professor that you're. Yeah.
And you're Galen.
Yep. Next, wisdom or intelligence, Bill?
Intelligence roll?
Yeah, wisdom or intelligence, either one.
Fail.
There's no.
You can roll a 20 and still fail.
Yeah.
You didn't roll a 20.
Okay. Yeah, you also remember your name, or at least one of the names that you've had, because you've had many since you've become a god. God? You're a god? What?
Ragnar's always been a god in his own mind.
All right, so Ragnar starts remembering bits and pieces of his mortal life and the fact that he has, in fact, ascended. You're not sure what that means? And so that brings us to Constantine. How did you do?
How did I do in what?
Wisdom or intelligence?
Oh, wisdom. Okay, I'll do it. I'll choose my intelligence because it is slightly higher. Oh, that's decent.
Yeah, same thing. You remember a prior existence. Certainly not in this modern of a realm. Only Galen remembers the task that was set forward to all of you, but you all do remember being other people and having access to a lot of power.
So that's why I have a slight British accent.
Yep. So yeah, you all are puzzling this as you go along. As Ahmed is talking about magic lamps and flying carpets, your discussion of these things doesn't seem to be out of the norm.
Magic lamp. Oh yeah, I can just make one of those.
You Americans have such fantastical minds.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So you guys starting to remember, piece together who you are. Galen remembers being sent on a mission into this vortex. You know, it's kind of pushing itself into your dimension space. Yeah, there you go. End it there. Dion, you got anything going on?
Well, when I'm not playing TTRPGs with all my super cool awesome friends like you guys, you can find me at my channel at Substances Used, where I do retro JRPGs and do a lot of GTA 5 roleplay again. Yeah.
Cool. Jameis, tell us about your blog.
The blog recently saw Godzilla smooching Kong, so my review was up for that. And I'll just remind people, because no doubt people, hey, there's a Kickstarter happening. It hasn't quite got there yet, though.
Yeah, we're less than 2 weeks into it. We're very close to our goal. If you folks out there play Dungeon Crawl Classics and you like weird westerns, it is the next module for the Weird Frontiers section or game. Had a lot to do with that one. It's fun module. Check it out if you'd like. Bill, Constantine, either one of you guys have anything you want to plug?
When I get the maid outfit.
Anytime now. I'm sure Bill will be getting you that for Christmas. What's up, Bill?
Well, I'm continuing to run Cults of the Sundering Kingdoms. That's going rather well. I'm also starting up a 5e Ravenathic on Mondays. So if you're interested in either, get in touch with me. I'll get you in the game.
Sounds good. And if you found us, you know where we are, but check out Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. All of our social links there, as well as too many years worth of podcasts of silliness like this. Anyway, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.